I told you yesterday. I told you Bitcoin has to break out, and it's done that. We're going to talk about that and more in today's episode. My name is DaVinci Jeremy. I'm in the pipe, 5x5, staying alive in Dubai. You got to watch this all the way to the end. It's going to be an amazing episode of TA. No news today, but I'm going to go straight into the charts and show you how to trade this next move. Oh my God, it's very critical. Bitcoin, Ethereum, it's going to explode. You have to be on this train, and I'm going to try to get you on this train right now. If you're interested in trading this, you're going to trade this at bybit.davincij15.com, okx.davincej15.com, or femex.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below, and you can get huge signing bonuses. So check that out right now. Sign up, head over there right now and sign up. Okay, let's head over to the charts and see what we can see how we can trade this, see how we can benefit from all this craziness happening. Okay, so what we can see from the larger, let's go to the largest time frame, which is right here. We can see that one of the things we know for sure is that this is a fractal, and this fractal indicates a bullish fractal here, that these three candles, that Bitcoin is going to break higher. Now, how do we know that this fractal has flashed positive? It has broken the top wick over here. The top wick has been broken in the next candle. So that means Bitcoin is breaking higher. Chances are we're going to be breaking at least to the 35-ish K area, around breaking these wicks, and if we get to 35K, we can see 40K is also a likely possibility in this area right here, where we can see some resistance in anywhere from 37K to 40K as resistance. So you want to jump on this train. You want to be a part of this. You want to see this thing fly. Of course, looking at the lower time frames, this is not going to be easy. We're going to break through to 30K and then reverse back and retest this area to see if we can hold it. We do, and then boom, it's off to the races. We have to when we break up, we have to come back, retest, and hold. We cannot allow ourselves to break. Okay, we could obviously go a little deeper, but we cannot allow ourselves to break out of this current uptrend. If we do, the 25K is going to be smiling. Now, of course, it might move this 38.2 a little bit higher. So that means we might end up as low as retesting this low here at the 26.5. Okay, so moving on, how do we get into a particular trade so that we can hold it? We already had a trade for Ethereum yesterday. I hope you took that, and we'll talk about that shortly. If you did, make sure you take it at bybit.davincij15.com or okx.davincij15.com. Links are in the description below, where you can actually trade, buy, or sell Bitcoin and Ethereum. If you don't want to trade, you could just, of course, just buy Bitcoin, buy Ethereum. Both assets are decent assets to own, and you should have some of them in your portfolio. Okay, let's go down to a lower time frame, because we're trying to decide how to get in on this. You can see Bitcoin tried to wipe out all the different all the people who were going along and on this, looking for W's. If you were looking for W, remember, when you're looking for a W, right, you can see that there was a nice little W here. Then it got you might have got stopped out on this W, this beautiful W, as it was trying to break out. But if you decided, hey, you know what, I was going to hold it, and you held it, it still wiped you out if you put your stop loss at a sensible location, which is right at the $200 mark, because this is what they're doing. They're hunting stops, and they're hunting stops. They're going up. They're going up. And when they're hunting the stops at the lower end, right, it's heading up. So we are headed higher. So you don't jump in on a trade here. This is most likely you have to wait for a little bit of a pullback here before you jump in. Most likely we're going to probably come back into this area into this local area around $28,300, and then create some sort of Wing pattern to go higher. That's what I'm going to be looking for during the day. But if you really want to jump in on this, no guarantees from the management. You should basically here we go. Do whoops, is this it? Hail Mary, the Hail Mary trade on this one right here, because it's a lower time frame trade. Right here, there we go. If we go down to 5 minutes, that's enough time for us to go there. Yes, it looks like it's pumping higher, but you have to be patient. You have to wait for your trade to come in. You cannot jump in here too early. If you do jump in, you could end up getting burned, because this is the stop loss, right? You have to set your stop loss. If you buy here, you have to set your stop loss way down here to $76. That's the way it is. There's no other option. So with that said, we're looking for a 2-to-1 risk to reward ratio within the range. This is what you're looking for. Pull back to this area. Don't be a hero. If you want to, you can buy up here, but remember your stop loss has to follow way down here at the 28K level approximately. That's where you would set your stops. That's where you would basically drop out if Bitcoin were to fall out, because of course the bottom could fall out on this just as easily. And Bitcoin has only pumped a little bit, so there's no guarantees that this breakout, as we broke higher, will make sure that we are going higher. Odds are, probability state that we are going higher. No guarantees. No guarantees. Okay. With that said, remember, head over to Bybit. That's BYBIT.DAVINCIJ15.com. Join the trading and get up to $30,000 in trading bonuses. And they are giving away stuff all the time. Most people come to me with no money, and they want to know how to get some money. Well, open up an account here, and they will. And I'm sure if you have a small amount of money, you can start earning some rewards easily here at Bybit.DaVinciJ15.com. Head over there right now, open up an account, and start finding about which rewards you can bonus on. There's lots of rewards where you can get up to even even a small amount of money, like $30 or something like that. Okay, so as you can see, right here on Ethereum, we have a trade open. It came back at us. We were like, oh my God, taking off, and then boom, came back at you. It took off again, and then oh wow. So we have our stops at the right spot here, clearly. With Ethereum, you have to just be patient. This trade is still going, still valid. And if you want to jump in, you're a little bit late to the party. Let's just see. This is the hourly. Let's go to the 4-hour. How does it look? Okay, it looks pretty good. It's a little bit far away from the EMAs. I'm a little bit nervous about that, but that's okay. We can see this thing pump really far away from EMAs before we can see how it expanded here. We can expand very large on the way from the EMAs before we see a pullback of any real size. We've already pulled back a little bit into the EMAs ribbons, and so we can see this thing continue to go higher. Let's just span this out a little bit and go to a daily. See here how the dailies are looking. Wow, the dailies EMAs are expanding massively here. So this is good. We're still expanding, but and it could expand a lot more. We've bounced off. The EMAs are about to roll over, and then we've expanded them with this pump on the daily, and wow. So we can see this thing head over to the $2,000 mark very, very quickly in the next little while. So going down to the lower time frame, seeing if you can catch anything. Again, this is pretty much the same. You're going to probably want to wait for it to roll back over with the Fibonacci sequence here. Let's just go. You can see this thing could come back to the 61.8. I would not trust the 78.6. It doesn't happen that often on Ethereum with my what this would be called my Hail Mary trade. I've tried. The Hail Mary trade doesn't work that well on Ethereum. It mostly works on Bitcoin. So heading over to the 61.8 is where you'd enter, or you could enter at the current location, which we've designated as well from way back over here where you want to enter. And yeah, so you could wait for the entry to come back for you, and then you can head over all the way up. You're trading it all the way up to 1890. Now, once we get up there, you could probably move your stops to half, to 50%, and see if you can get a little bit more out of it, or take 50% off the table, and then let the rest ride all the way to $2,000. And that would be the best way to trade this at this current time. No guarantees from management. Do your own research and decide how to trade this. Now, I'm going to take a look at what the dominance today. I haven't looked at the dominance and shown you guys the dominance in a while. You can see we are breaking higher on the dominance, and this is a huge indication. Once we blew out, I knew that we had to go higher. I was telling you this, and this is why I haven't done the little lady strategy, because the little lady strategy is about using your Bitcoin to buy alts, and then trading and selling half on the double on the alts to get Bitcoin, more Bitcoin. Well, the trade was not looking good once we were right about here. Once we bounced off of this trend line, I was like, okay, we're done. We're done. And that's what happened. Here we go. We went a lot higher. I've been saying this. Once we get to the 49%, you're talking a 60%. We're moving all the way up to 60%. Way up here. That's brutal. That Bitcoin is going to dominate and like totally crush and totally cream all the alts. Might even cream Ethereum for some reason. Yeah, it's unbelievable. If you guys are interested in talking about it in my group, right? Man, I want to show you a little bit of gifts. There's a few gifts about watching what's happening to the alts right now. Yes, they're getting beat up, and tossed around by Bitcoin. Seriously, wow, it's just an absolute massacre. I'm going to be talking about that in the next little while. Earlier today, if you're part of the chat, so make sure you head over to DaVinciJ15.com to be a part of that, and yeah, you can join us in the group by just clicking subscribe today. Okay, thank you all for watching. Thanks for being here. I hope you enjoyed today's short episode. I know I did, and I'm looking forward to both Bitcoin and Ethereum exploding to the moon. All right, see you tomorrow.